Let's see how she does. After the cake had baked and cooled, that means that it was not hot anymore, she cut 2 tiny pieces off one end and set them right on top. She cut 2 tiny, very little pieces from one side, and then she put them on the top of the cake. What is she doing? Then she frosted. That means she covered it in frosting and decorated. So she put like the color on there. The outside part is frosting, and she's decorating. She did that to her cake. Then she frosted and decorated her cake from top to bottom, so the whole cake was decorated. Oh my goodness, I wonder what it looks like. The next day, Amelia Bedelia overslept. Over means too much, right? On the top of it, over. Slept, past tense of sleep. This means that she slept too much. Oh, Amelia. She was tired from all the baking. She picked up her cake and dashed to the bake-off. Ooh, do you guys know this word, dash? To dash means to go somewhere very fast, to like run there. So it's a verb, to dash. Past tense here, dashed. And dashed to the bake-off. Incredible cakes filled the hall. Television cameras were everywhere. See this? Look at all the cakes. Look at all the people, the bakers, the cameras. Reporters interviewed the bakers. The excitement was building. Ooh, so they're interviewing, asking this baker questions. Everyone was very excited, so there was excitement. Excitement here is a noun. Amelia Bedelia looked around, just looking everywhere. She did not see Grace anywhere. Amelia Bedelia put her cake down on a table and went to search for her. So she put her cake, and now she's looking for Grace, her friend who owns the bakery. At that moment, Chef du Jour, oh my goodness, so here's the reporter, and here's Chef du Jour. How does he look? He looks pretty angry, right? I wonder why he's angry. What's happening? Let's see. At that moment, Chef du Jour strolled in Amelia Bedelia's direction. Strolled, that means that he walks in this very like careful, relaxed way in her direction where she's standing. He looked grumpy, just like on TV. You guys know this word? Grumpy. Grumpy means to act like you are mad, like you're an angry person. It's one of those, like sometimes old people get grumpy, or you know, sometimes when you're hungry, you act grumpy. So it's an adjective. It's a description of somebody, how they're acting, a feeling. He looked grumpy, just like on TV. When he got to Amelia Bedelia's cake, Chef du Jour stopped in his tracks. It means he stopped walking. What is this? Asked Chef du Jour. Is this someone's idea of a joke? So he looks at the cake and he says, this is a crazy cake. Are you trying to make a joke? Are you not taking this seriously? He was very mad. It's my idea, said Amelia Bedelia, and it is no joke. She's serious. Then what is it? Demanded the chef. Demand means to ask something with a lot of force. Like you're like, what are you doing? You demand. So to demand is something you do. Therefore, it is a verb, to demand. So he demanded the chef. So it doesn't say he said the chef. It said demanded. Because it tells us that he asked, and that he asked with like a lot of force, okay? See his face? He's like, what is this? What is the meaning of this crazy cake? Let's see what Amelia Bedelia did. Are you guys ready to see her cake? All right, here we go. Look at this. Look at her cake. What is it, guys? Her cake is a bed. It's a bed, and here we have two pillows, and it has Z's, right? Like she's sleeping, and then we see that she's thinking about making her bed. Do you remember, or why do you think she made a bed? What was she talking a lot about when she was making her cake? She kept talking about how exhausted she is, right? She was so tired. when she made it. So she made a cake of a bed. Let's see what the chef says about this. It started out as a sheet cake, said Amelia Bedelia, and I was so tired when I baked it. So a sheet cake just means a cake that is made in a flat, long pan. Let me show you. This is like a cake that you would make in here is a sheet cake. So she's like, I started making the cake here, and then I was very tired. When she was baking it, I went ahead and made the whole bed. So not just the sheets, because the sheets, this is also a sheet, like what you put on a bed. A smile came over the chef's face. Amelia made him happy. He likes it. Ooh, so you took one of the pillows. Let's see what happens. It's so easy to make, said Amelia Bedelia, and it's pretty tasty. Here's that word again. It means that it tastes good. It's pretty tasty. Really? Said the chef. You can actually eat it. Here, said Amelia Bedelia, bite into a pillow. The chef took a bite. He closed his eyes and his smile got even bigger. He's eating the pillow and he loves it. Your cake is simple, he said, yet the flavor is complex. That means that it has a lot of flavor. It's funny, but seriously delicious. Ooh, it's so good. So what happened? She wins first place. Glad you like it. Glad means that she's happy. Glad you like it, said Amelia Bedelia. Like it? Said Chef du Jour. I love it. It's fantastic. Your take takes the cake. To say that means, to take the cake means it takes the whole cake, like it wins everything. Your cake takes the cake and first prize. So that's an idiom too. Takes the cake. Cake takes the cake. There was a huge cheer. Amelia Bedelia smiled and waved to everyone at home, especially the two she knew were watching. Look at everybody being shocked. They're like, I can't believe she won. Everyone's clapping. He's also shocked. The TVs, the reporters. It's a hit. Oh, and look who's the Rogers. Mr. and Mrs. Rogers were speechless. Speechless means speech is to talk, right? Less means to not. So speechless means you can't even talk. They were speechless. They were speechless. So speechless is an adjective. It's describing. Where is it? To be speechless. Then they jumped for joy. Joy is happiness. See there, said Mrs. Rogers. Amelia Bedelia is a smart cookie after all. A smart person. She sure is, said Mr. Rogers. And with $1,000, she's a fortune cookie too. So here he's making a joke, being fortune like she's rich. You will be rich, says the fortune. So she is. Ta-da! And look, at the end of the book, there's an actual recipe for how to make Amelia Bedelia's cake, her sheet cake. I always wanted to make this as a little girl. I always wanted to try it. I can't remember if I ever made it. But, yeah. Oh my God. It'd be really cool to try this. All right. Let me know if you do. And that is the end. As homework, I want you to write a story using 12 of the vocabulary words that I have put on Quizlet and 2 of the idioms, the phrases we use in English to describe something specific. Where will you do this? You're going to write it in Google Docs and you will share it with me at maria.gomez@apsva.us. The second piece of homework I want you to do is to record yourself reading for 3 to 5 minutes of Amelia Bedelia's Bake Off and send it to me in a Canvas message. So this is the message I will send you in Canvas, something like this. I tell you to watch the video I made, study the Quizlet words and idioms, then you will write your story in Google Docs using 12 vocabulary words and 2 idioms. Share it to me at my email address. The second thing is to record yourself reading this book. So you're going to click on this link. It will take you to the book. And you will pick your favorite part of the book that you want to read. Then go to Canvas, to a message I sent, and you will click on reply like you're going to answer back to my message, reply, and then you will click on this button here that looks like a paper clip, and then here again on this plus button, and you will click on record audio. Now I will press this button and it starts to record. You see that? Now it's recording as I read. I can click out of this screen, just double click and go back to the book. And here I will read 3 to 5 minutes of this book. Right? "Who's Pete?" Amelia Bedelia whispered. Mrs. Rogers smiled and said, "His name is Chef du Jour. He shows people how to make gourmet meals and fancy desserts." Mr. Rogers turned up the volume. Don't forget. All right, so you just keep reading. Then we go back to this screen and it will be ready to send. So now I will stop it. Click upload. It will load. And then you click done. And you send it to me. Okay? I hope this makes sense. And then here you can just write something about it being a recorded message, recorded reading, attached. And you send. Boop. And that's it. Okay? So I hope that's not too confusing for you. Also, don't forget to study your vocab words and the idioms on Quizlet. So let me show you how to do that. So back to the message I sent you. You click on where it says vocabulary words, Quizlet. You open the link and it takes you to Quizlet. Vocabulary, Amelia Bedelia. Here you can look through the pictures, and here if you go down, you see a list of all the words we talked about in the book, a definition, picture. Okay, so study these words. Make sure you know how to spell them too, what they mean, and how to use them. You will be using, remember, 12 of these words and 2 of the idioms. So the words are just any adverb, adjective, verb, noun. And then for idioms, they're lower down. Oh, we have to log in. That's strange. Log in. And I go, oh, log in. Oh, no, come on. Log in with Google. I click on my name. Takes me here, so I'll put my information, Maria.Gomez. Okay, so I put the code in and I logged in, and that should work for you. So just a reminder of what I want you to do